But unless you've been living under a rock, you would have seen today that the Senate passed the referendum plan. So now we know it is happening later this year. Now, we always knew this was going to pass the Senate, but watch them clapping as if they've just done the best thing since sliced bread.
I declare that the Senate has passed the constitutional alteration Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander voice 2023 by an absolute majority, the ayes 52 and the noes 19. I call the clerk.
A bill to enact to alter the Constitution to recognise the First Peoples of Australia by establishing an Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander voice.
In case you missed it, that's the Labor Party giving themselves a standing ovation. I don't know who does that, but that's the first time I've ever seen anyone do that. And so what does our Prime Minister tweet immediately following? I'll tell you. He says, breaking, Parliament has just said yes to holding a referendum. Now the Australian people will have a chance to say yes. Not a chance to say no, they've got a chance to say yes. Together, we can make history by enshrining recognition of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in our Constitution. Notice no mention of the voice. No mention of the voice whatsoever, just recognition. And your only chance is to vote yes, apparently. One wonders if he's taken up Noel Pearson's advice from last week. You may remember Noel Pearson said, I think that message, he's talking about recognition, has got to be even more prominent than the voice. The voice is just the means. The core of the reform is recognition. Now, of course, the opposite is true. Recognition is the means. The core of this reforms, the part of it that's going to have teeth, and that is the voice. But we've reached a point in the debate here where Adam Bandt is actually one of the more honest people among the parliamentarians. He tweeted today, Parliament has said yes to the referendum. This is a hopeful and unifying moment and an important step towards truth, treaty and voice. We move one step closer to First Nations justice. See, this is honest. There's no mention of recognition. He knows what it's about. He's like, yeah, here we go. Next treaty, next reparations, you name it, and so on and so forth.
It couldn't be more obvious, could it? Like, this is the stalking horse. Recognition is the stalking horse
Exactly.
to get the voice through. And the fact the Prime Minister, on the day a referendum is allowed to go ahead for a voice to Parliament, recognition is a totally separate issue, doesn't even mention the voice to Parliament is exceedingly telling.